everyone, and welcome to another episode of the HighLevel Release Radar for the week of June 10th to the 14th. Here we are, Ryan, another Friday.
And we are here, finally. It came very quickly, but what a week it's been.
Did come very quickly, and I feel like today is a crazy Friday. Slamming.
So many fun things happening.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so let me just share this over into the community real quick. Share to a group. HighLevel. Here we go. Awesome. Boom. All right, we should be good to go.
Okay.
So we had some awesome releases this week. Should we hop in?
Let's do it.
All right. All right, let's see what we got here for release number 1. Affiliate Manager got an update, manual sales and commissions. This was a pretty big ask, I believe, from the community.
Yep. So, imagine that you're running affiliate campaigns that may or may not be tied to a specific page that you're running. Like maybe your affiliates do their own sales process or what have you. Plenty of scenarios where you just want to be able to manually add sales and those commissions and track them. So now we have that ability. Really nice UI that they kind of built into this. You can go ahead and click on add, your sales and commissions, and then you'll get a pop-up that's shown in the next screen that lets you put in all the different details. It also allows you to search for people that are already in the system, so you don't have to put in everything manually. Really nice implementation here as the affiliate manager continues to grow. And I know that we've got some really fun stuff on the horizon regarding referrals and loyalty programs and gift cards, which I know Chase is very excited about.
Yes, sir. We can talk more about that at the end of the show. Let's see what we have. Some more shots of that. Workflows got a nice little update. You can now restore deleted workflows. I'm just envisioning the pain that led to the ask of this feature, which I can relate to.
I've definitely deleted a workflow or two in my day that I did not really need to do. Yeah.
So how do we find them now? There's now a new tab for deleted. Okay, and then you can go and just re-enable it. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to go to audit logs or anything. It's right there in the workflow list. Shows you your deleted ones, and you can easily restore them. As is shown in the next screenshot here. So really nice and simple.
Nice. Well, there you go. For all you trigger-happy deleters, carry on.
Yeah.
We got you covered. Next up, payments got an update. Support setup fee for recurring invoice. This is quite a nice one.
Yeah. So imagine that you've got a recurring invoice. Maybe, you're doing a big setup for somebody, but you also have a recurring invoice that they want to receive. So now you can have the setup fee included with the recurring invoice. Got a lot of great feedback from folks in the town hall about this. This really fulfilled a big need for those types of invoices. So
no doubt. I think a lot of agencies run their businesses like this, right? Like if you're not in SaaS mode, but you sell a plan, but you charge a setup fee.
Yeah.
Here you go. I just realized I didn't turn my show lights on. There we go.
Oh, well, now you're looking great.
Awesome. So great update from the payments team there. If you've been waiting on that one, you can now run your setup fee with your recurring invoices. Looks like this is another shot of that.
Yep. That's just how you get to it. So.
Okay. Shopify got an update to you can now remove pre-existing Shopify integrations.
Yeah. So essentially what you do is this kind of serves two purposes. So one, it catches if you're trying to add an integration that already exists. So you go ahead and put in your details there on the integrations page. And then if it already exists on the next screen, you'll be able to delete it and then sort of reintegrate it. So nice little functionality here. If there's some sort of problem with the integration, you can kind of go ahead and reset that.
Okay, nice. Ecom got an update, shipping and delivery rates based on states. Oh, this is awesome, right? Because before you could create zones, but they were sort of like whatever.
Yeah.
Now you can go state by state.
You can go state by state. You can actually do countries too. So you can design your own shipping plan. And then I don't think this is currently available as part of this, but we will have like automatic calculations built in, just like you'd see on any kind of other store where you put in your zip code, figures out the state based on all these settings and everything, and then tells it what it's going to cost. So
HighLevel Ecom keeps on marching away, right, towards parity with the big boys. I think this is a big one. Very nice step.
And you get a nice summary that's shown in the next screenshot of kind of the breakdown of where everything's at, so you can go ahead and edit those, as you see fit.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
I love it. Before we hop into the next one, nice to see everybody. If you can see us, as always, please let us know. Say hello in the comments. Happy Friday. Let us know what you were excited about that dropped this week. Dashboards got element enhancements. So, Ryan, first preference, custom dashboards.
Yeah. So custom dashboards, if you don't already know, if you're on the $497 plan, you can create custom dashboards, which means you can essentially put in specific metrics that you want to look at, and then you can even divide those out into permissions. So only certain users or people in your company can see certain dashboards. So it just keeps it relevant to them. And we have this new enhancement where you can add. We talked about this last week, where you can add a logo or an image, titles, and then like a rich text field too, to maybe explain what the dashboard's about, so you don't have to remind folks when you're onboarding them. And then there are a couple little tweaks in there that weren't quite right. There was like some titles that were showing for the image that weren't really necessary. So we got those hammered out, and now I think everything works as it should, pending the transparent background. So
that was the little minor one that I complained about. Affiliate Manager got another update, fixed coupon support.
Yeah, so now you can add a fixed coupon for a certain amount, not just a percentage. So nice little touch there.
See, the way that was worded, I thought this was something was broken and we just fixed it. I was like, that's not really a release, right? But okay, this is something.
Use a different word there.
Got it. Makes sense. Awesome. Yep. Affiliate Manager continues to get better and better.
Yep.
So here's just another screenshot of that. Looks great. Forms got coupon support. This is actually pretty cool.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, you can sell products within a form now. There's a lot of flexibility with it. You can do like kind of a donation-based thing where you have suggested amounts and maybe a custom amount, or you can sell a specific product. You can toggle sort of the mode that the payment element is in. And now we have coupon support for it. So essentially, I like to think about this as like, okay, I don't want to build a whole funnel for this thing. I just want to get, a way for people to check out and select how many they want of something. And they can now do that right within a form. You don't even have to do anything if you don't want, because it's automatically going to generate a URL for you. But you could also embed it into a page if you'd like. So this just gives you a real easy way to set up a payment page without having to do a big funnel and everything.
100%. And I saw some people commenting like, what is this? Why would people do this? Like, what's the use case here? And it's actually surprising if you look at it. Like Gumroad, that's all they do. Like they proved this premise that a lot of people don't want to have to build out full e-com stores. They just want to sell things quickly through a form. And now basically you can do Gumroad with HighLevel forms and the payment and products. And so it's really nice. And now you've got coupons as well. So yeah, if you just need to sell something really quickly, spin up a form, throw the product in there. It looks great. And you're off to the races.
Yeah.
Love it.
And this is just showing what that looks like when you check out. Yeah.
Cool. Documents and contracts got an update. We now have today's date and signer name support.
Yeah. So basically, these are just showing those labels. So, when that person's signing it, they can see this is the name that's going to go here, and then their signature goes below it. And then, like on the next slide, it will show the respective date that goes with that. So if it's today's date or whatever, it just kind of adding labels and more visibility to what's going there.
But doesn't this also, correct me if I'm wrong, I think this means when you're creating the template, if you choose today's date, that's the only date they can put in there.
I'm not 100% on that, but I believe so, yes.
I think so, because that would make sense, right? Like if you, for a document, it has to be the day that it's signed. I think that's what that means.
Yeah.
So I haven't tested it out yet. Test it out. Let us know if we got it wrong, but I'm pretty sure we got it right.
Yeah.
Dashboard's got an update. Attribution parameters on contact widgets. So
Yeah.
this is, I think I haven't thought about this one enough, but I think this one's really big, right?
Yeah, it is for sure. Because a lot of times, like, you want to know where things are coming in, where the contacts are coming in from. So you can essentially get a source report on attributions, which essentially just means that, when they come from Facebook or whatever the source is, that you can then run a report, not really a report, but a widget that shows you just the people that are coming in there, shows you counts on stuff. So that's just super helpful in seeing like what's making the most impact or what's changing the most. So really helpful.
Yeah, no doubt. I think I saw people commenting like, holy smokes, this eliminates the need for that really high-end reporting tool that I was using.
Yeah.
So curious to see the dashboards that people make using this new functionality.
Yeah. And then that's what it looks like in the dashboard once you set it up. So really nice, nice layout there.
It does look nice.
Mm-hmm.
Payments got an update with invoice reminders. We could do this with workflows, but now we have the easy button, right?
Yep. So now you can remind people that they owe you some money. And that typically leads to getting paid more, the squeaky wheel and so forth.
Yeah, this is nice. Again, I think this is just like an intuitive update where instead of having to go build out a workflow, you can do it right there in the settings and just say, send a reminder out 3 days after this invoice is due.
Yeah.
Love it. Here's another screenshot of that. We've got some invoice reminders, and then what's that second? Reminder frequency. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. And then this is just what it looks like on the next screen when they get the email. So it'll have, of course, your logo there, but that's what it looks like. It looks really nice.
Yeah, nice and clean, professional. Mm-hmm. Awesome. Opportunities got an update. You can now add multiple contacts per opportunity.
Yeah, really helpful here because, like you can kind of think of a lot of different scenarios of like maybe, if you're in real estate and you're selling a house, there's a husband and a wife that are buying the house, let's say, and now you can kind of associate both of the contacts to one opportunity. So, and I'm sure a plethora of other types of options there. You got two business partners, whatever it happens to be.
Yeah, totally. And I feel like this is interconnected with custom objects that are dropping because in the same way, you'll be able to attach multiple contacts to an object. So all this stuff is sort of coming together and rolling out, which is super exciting.
Yeah.
Social Planner got a cool update. You can now tag locations when you create a post.
Yeah. So this is good for discoverability, including locations like where the business is, or maybe if it's a pop-up store, or like, who knows, all kinds of cool things around that. But now you have that ability in there. It's got a really nice thing. You can actually, in the next screen, shows you how you can kind of add it per channel. And then on the following one, what it looks like when you post it, like to Instagram, you'll see the location there. So
yeah, a lot of implications with that. If you talk to like a social media expert, they'll tell you how important that is, the ability to do that. And yeah, that's one of those things where it's like, okay, we know we're getting towards the second half of all those things that we needed to knock out. We're definitely in, the second half of that ball game. The social planner is just getting super robust.
Yeah.
I think we'll even do like a social challenge Q3. I think it'll be time, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Payments got an update. Payment links, country, state, postal code.
Okay, so this is basically just our effort to continue standardizing the various different types of forms that we have on the system. So this is more of like a parity kind of feature where we're making sure that we have all these options for all the forms work the same way.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So they used to be like free form fields, and now they're drop downs. I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Got it. Okay, ad manager permissions checklist beta users only. We've got a video going on here.
Yeah. So this is essentially there's a lot of different permissions that are involved with the ad manager, and again, this is for the beta users. So if you don't see it, there's a reason. And now we're explaining that in a lot better terms now, and then showing them like what they need to enable and so forth. So that's what that's all about.
Got
And
it.
if it doesn't show up, like on the next, like if you don't have the right permissions enabled, we're now showing you that like, hey, you need to enable this permission in order to get it to work. So really just making sure that we have a nice yellow brick road to, hey, I want to run ads on HighLevel. Here's what you need to do. And if it's not quite working right, there's messages that tell you what you need to do. Yeah.
Super excited for that to roll out.
Mm-hmm.
This is also another huge one. App Marketplace got flexible pricing options. I was actually on a call yesterday with one of the top app builders in our marketplace. They have like 40 apps or something in our marketplace or something, which is crazy. And it just sort of opened my eyes to like, yeah, we definitely need to start pushing the marketplace more, because there are, I think, thousands of apps in there now that do all sorts of amazing things. And this will help the adoption of that even more, because the app creators can now choose to do things like, okay, for the agency, the plugin or the app is free, but for the sub accounts, they have to pay, which I think that seems minor, but that actually is major.
Yeah. A lot more it opens up a lot more options for how they can do all their pricing and stuff, and that's better for everybody. So
yeah, absolutely. So you'll definitely start seeing us. I think, that team, they're hammering out some rough edges, and they're doing it with the community, which is awesome, hand in hand. But it sounds like, in about 2 months or so, we'll probably start making a lot of noise about the marketplace over there. But if you haven't gone in there, get in there now. Check it out. There's some really cool apps, like being able to add QR functionality to HighLevel. There's apps in there that do that. So definitely go for a stroll over in the app marketplace if you haven't done it yet. Ad manager. Oh, this is super cool. So again, this is in beta, so you can't go play with it yet, but it'll be out soon. They made an update to the geolocation and the edit campaign budget pieces of the flow. And I thought this was so cool. So you can basically, when you go to target your area, you can add multiple. So you could actually target like 2 specific areas with one ad campaign.
yeah.
Which I thought was cool. You've got the ability here to switch it between miles and kilometers. You can do current city only or within the radius. And then the budget update is you already have a campaign running, but you want to go switch the budget on that, which makes a ton of sense. If you see it working, you want to ramp up the budget, right?
Yeah, exactly. And this one's just showing you can include certain areas and then exclude other areas. So if you want to get, that iterative approach to targeting, you can do that with that as well.
Nice. That's awesome.
And that's just your edit campaign modal for when you're editing the budget. So
is that a crash test dummy?
I guess so. We have some interesting images. So.
Love that. Oh man, this one's so awesome. Okay, so the email builder, email campaigns got a massive update. There's now click tracking reporting, which is so awesome. Ryan, you want to explain why that's so powerful?
Yeah. So in the past, what we had is like we'd show clicks, but that was essentially for like any click on anything. Now we're going to be able to say like, here's exactly the links that are getting clicked and a report with those. So you can see what's performing the best, where people are actually clicking. Maybe it's not the place you want. So then you can take action on your email campaigns and maybe redesign the emails so it's more obvious what you want them to do. Yeah, really, really nice functionality here.
Yep. So basically you enable it, you send your campaign, and then you go to campaigns. I'm assuming that's where we're at in this video. And
yeah, there's some stills that kind of show this a little bit better.
click the 3 dots, click the report, you go in there, and now you've got the click tracking, and it'll show you all of the links that were in that email and how many clicks they got.
Yeah.
So to Ryan's point, now you have insight into, okay, oh, weird. They're all clicking this link and none of these other links that we thought were the main call to action, right? So you'll have moments like that where you can then go and optimize and improve because you just have more accurate information.
Yeah, exactly.
Big one. I've been excited for that one for a long time. So click tracking live in HighLevel email campaigns.
Yeah. And then these are just showing the stills of where you go. So when you're building out, when you're in the send and schedule mode, you just go to enable on that toggle right there, and then you're off to the races. So this won't be retroactive, just to be clear. It'll be for future campaigns, and then the next slide shows where that is in the email campaign statistics. So right under click.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So powerful. Really excited to start playing with that one for our own campaigns.
Yeah.
Future enhancements that we didn't have a screen for: email, disable template preview for deleted campaigns and templates.
Yeah.
What the heck does that mean?
This might have just been like a bit of a bug fix. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have included it. But anyway, before when you would search for campaigns and stuff, that there'd be ones that would show a template preview for campaigns that were deleted, and it was just confusing. So we cleaned that up.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. What do we have today?
I forgot my title, but we got a couple of really cool upcoming releases. And if you're
Ryan must have been very busy this week. Didn't come up with a super fun title for us.
I'll make up for it. It's going to be amazing next week.
All right. So coming soon. Oh, this one's awesome. Check it out. QR code generator in HighLevel. This is very early stages. It probably won't look like this, but I saw one of the product teams show it, and I snatched a screenshot real fast before they could move on, just so that we could tease it this week. But I'm really excited for this. I think everybody will be. It'll be really fun to dynamically generate QR codes for stuff.
Yeah. And this is showing it in the reputation management, but it'll be for other things as well. So
that's right.
We're working on filing that down.
That's right. Oh, this is a big one.
Yeah, domain reselling. We've kind of teased this before, so I wasn't sure whether to put it in or not. But domain reselling coming to HighLevel. This is going to be really nice. You'll have the ability to do DNS records and so forth. And if you want to resell it to, if you're an agency, or resell it to your sub accounts, your other users, you can now do that. But the big thing that I think about, having been in the agency world, is it is so complicated and cumbersome, I should say, to like go into somebody's GoDaddy account and delegate access, and you're trying to steer a boat from land sometimes. And this just puts everything in your control, so that you can help them just get things set up without them having to like do all kinds of crazy stuff to enable, your permission to do so and so forth. So it consolidates permissions and security, allows you to do your job much easier, but then you can also make a little bit of money, reselling it if you'd like to.
Absolutely. Having, dealing with domains and DNS is it's a whole different ball of wax. And like you said, that pain of like, oh shoot, we need to make a change to a record. Oh gosh, we gotta go back to try to find their login information that they shared with us. It's no longer valid. Now we got to go to the client and get them to reset their password. And then it's like, okay, now they're sending you a security code, and it's just a total mess. So to be able to have it all in HighLevel and just be able to go take care of what you need to do without having to go anywhere else is going to be so exciting. So I'm really, really pumped for that one for sure.
And it's going to be competitive too. We're not looking to make a bunch of money on this or anything. Like, we want to keep this as standard as possible. So
for sure. And when I heard that ClickFunnels sells domains for $20 per month or something like that, I was like, oh my gosh, wow. SaaSpreneurs will be able to make way more money than I thought competing against that.
Yeah. So, I think it's definitely something that, the sub accounts or your clients are totally willing to pay for the convenience. But yeah, you're not going to have to shell out a bunch of money to do it yourself, even if it's a pass through. So
totally. Absolutely. I've got one more jotted down here on my list from this morning's product call, which I thought was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So the team has started working. I actually saw them use it. It was pretty cool. A new report builder. So it's like you open up the builder, and much like you build a custom dashboard, it looked more like a funnel builder where you could build a report that pulled in metrics and graphs and like whatever you wanted, which to me was really exciting because, the first job I had at an agency was the SEO report guy. It was like, okay, every 15 days, you got to send out reports to these clients. And, no report was ever exactly the same as the previous. And so, the automated reporting is great, but like I think there are a lot of agencies that still do that, right? You go and you make a custom report for that time period, highlighting things you want to highlight, formatting things that might not be standard or whatever. And so it was really cool. And I think people will be excited about it when it rolls out. And the fact that they already have a working model of it tells me that it won't be too far away.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, as always, please let us know what your favorite release of the week was and what you're most excited to see roll out in the near future. And we'll see you next week.
Yes, we will. Take care, guys. Have a great weekend.